Come along with me as I search for medicine. Had a veterinarian prescribe a couple items for a cat, a sick cat, and he told me that any pharmacy, any human pharmacy, any pet supply store will have these items, and they are it's a couple different types of medicine that a lot of times medicines are used what do they call that? Off label. Off label. They're good for they're approved for one thing, but they're good for a number of other things as well. And approved for they might be approved for animals, but also good for humans. Might be approved for humans and also good for animals, and that's the case here. Anyway, I think I went to 6 different pharmacies to start with because it was human related medication that's also good for a cat and or dog, and none of those pharmacies had the medicine I was looking for. So I went to the veterinary, pretty large, well-equipped veterinary clinic up the street from me, and they said, "No, we don't have those. We have one thing similar, but it says it's only good for dogs." Uh, so anyway, I decided to go downtown, the downtown area, different parts of Cebu City, Mandawi City. They've got what's called agri vet, agricultural veterinary type things. They've got pet supply places that cater more to I don't know. I don't know, but you can find a place that just has mostly fish stuff. You can have a place that, dogs are much more popular as pets here than our cats. I also went to several malls that have pet supply places, and they did not have what I was looking for either. In fact, didn't even know what it was. Uh, so anyway, I had to inform the vet that indeed any pharmacy or animal supply place does not indeed have those types of medicines. So the cat I'm talking about had some sort of kidney disease, kidney liver, incurable is what he said. You might be able to treat it with nutrition, different things to keep it under control, but apparently it was too far gone by the time we started looking for medicine, taking him to the vet, and after a couple of days he died. And what do you do with a dead animal? Um, my girlfriend called around. She found a 24-hour veterinary that would pick it up and see to it that it was buried. And I think if we delivered it to them up by IT Park, it would have been 1,500. For them to come and get it was 2,000. So total of 2,000. They picked the cat up a couple hours later and took care of the burial, whatever they do with deceased animals. I mentioned this in a previous video: pets, vets, veterinarians, and something else, pets, vets. That, as we were searching around for a vet and for medicine and advice, boy, there's a huge difference in prices. In fact, online, I think online consultation was 500 pesos with one particular vet, and others wanted substantially more. That was the lowest we were quoted, and then some were 800, 1,000, 1,500. I think even up into 2,000 something. I think for an online consultation, and bringing it in was there again big difference between the various vets. And yes, I was up at Ayala this particular evening. It was raining. When it's rush hour and it is raining, a lot of times there is a relatively long line waiting for taxis. Good for taxis, but I almost always have an umbrella with me, and I decided, well, heck with that. I'm not going to stand in line for 30 minutes, 40 minutes waiting for a taxi. It's about a 30-minute walk home, and I've got my umbrella, so that's what I'll do. This is Gorordo Avenue, and walking back towards the uptown area. Cars will try not to run over you, but keep in mind that they might be distracted, not actually looking for you to be crossing the road any particular place. I got a citation here, gosh, a month or so ago. I was walking. I crossed I jaywalked. I did. I jaywalked downtown, and I looked both ways several times. Nothing was coming, and I crossed, and a uniformed lady, come up to me and, sir, you have two choices. You can go to a 4-hour seminar about safety, or you can pay a fine of 50 pesos, about $1. And so I chose to pay the 50 pesos, even more than a month ago now, I think. One thing here in the Philippines is just because the light is green and the other direction has a red light doesn't mean they're going to stop. Doesn't mean they're going to stop. So even intersections that are controlled by lights, which there are more and more of them, but still a vast majority of intersections do not have traffic lights. Um, but yeah, I have had it happen to me, and I've seen it almost happen to other people. They step out when they have the green light, and here comes another vehicle barreling through the intersection. I can make it. It was yellow when I was half a block away, so I thought I could get through the intersection. So yeah, really dangerous here. I think a while back, Mandawi in particular they had these traffic light cameras. A lot of you know what those are, and they were sending off citations to the owners of the vehicles who ran through the lights like that. I'm not sure if they still do that or not. I think there were some issues with, just like in many states in the U.S., they were either very fast lights and cameras intentionally set up to catch people, um, and or the person driving is not the owner of the vehicle, so they're sending the citation to somebody who wasn't driving. Creates a different issue. There are a lot more cameras in the city. Um, Traffic cameras, just surveillance type cameras, I suppose. I suspect that at the ports, where you might have nefarious type individuals coming into the various ports, airports definitely, and the ferry ports. Uh, I think that there are a lot more cameras than there were 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, and so they must have some kind of setup, surveillance type setup. I know London, England is one of the most surveilled places on earth, I believe, and many parts of the U.S. as well. In fact, with AI, they can lock onto an individual, and one camera will pass you off to another camera as you walk or drive uh, through those cities. So my advice is just always assume that you are under surveillance. If you're thinking about doing anything unlawful, put it that way. Dark little street down here. It's one of the streets I occasionally walk home on, and never had any issues. They've been, you can probably see off to the left there, they've been doing some construction work. We have had a lot of several very rainy, very windy days where they have canceled a lot of ferries, not just here in Cebu, but across much of the Philippines. Today it's started off sunny, a little bit sunny, but it's clouded up and rained a little bit, but the wind is not nearly as high, and I see ferries out there rolling again. So I think there were a lot of people who were stuck on certain islands. Hopefully they can get back to wherever they want to go to. The ferries are running again. And talking about trying to find the proper medicine also, I should have looked online right away. The problem, almost everything comes out of either China or Manila metropolitan area, and it can take 5, 6, 7, 8 days to arrive here in Cebu. Generally, you don't want to wait that long once you have a prescription. Um, I've done a couple of videos about online shopping here, Lazada, Shopee, other places. Do another one real soon. Anyway, going to end it here. Thanks for coming along. Safe travels. See you next time.